So we're talking most probably about a lone shooter, certainly not a sniper, because he only injured, and I think he got like really lucky, injured maybe indirectly the Israeli person that was on the other side of the border, because the hospital is speaking about shattered glass, not about bullets actually in the legs of the victim. So it should be attributed to a lone incident, certainly not a change of policy of the Hamas or the Islamic Jihad. We know their rhetorics, they always like to exploit and capitalize on any incident to have very spectacular announcements, but we should not be impressed by that. The moderate response of the IDF, of Tzahal, indicates that this incident is considered by the Israeli side as minor. The outposts that were hit are not manned, and then there are empty posts that were hit by tank. There was no air force, there was no bombing of Gaza. So it's everybody here is trying to, nobody also claims the responsibility for this incident. So of course, the timing is a bit strange, because last night there was something that angered the Hamas, bringing closer of the PLO and Ramallah to the Israeli side. That's because it's a demand from the Biden administration. The Biden administration considers that if we strengthen the PLO in Ramallah and the position of Abu Mazen or whoever will succeed him in Ramallah, it's a step forward to appeasing the region. The Biden administration is very much against the Hamas in Gaza. So this might frustrate the Gaza leaders, the Hamas leaders, but we know that their strategy is usually to inflame the West Bank, to have most of the action, the terrorist activities in the West Bank, while keeping Gaza quiet, and especially now where some steps forward are being accomplished, some of them coming from last night, because some of the alleviations are concerning Gaza. There are many Gazans who will receive an official Palestinian citizenship, if you want, the documentation. Right. There will be more people being able to come and work in Israel, so that's good for Gaza. And we also know from the IDF's yearly assessment that we evaluate the situation as very quiet on the Gazan border, and that there are some progress under the table. In secret, there is some progress in the negotiations, including the fate of our 2 Israeli citizens detained there, and the bodies of the IDF soldiers who want to get back.
Talking about the discussions that are happening behind the scenes, give us an idea of how a meeting like the one that happened in Rosh Hashanah overnight between Benny Gantz and Mahmoud Abbas affects the way Hamas looks not only at Israel, but specifically at the West Bank.
Yes, the enemy number one of Hamas is not Israel; it's the PLO. It is strange, but that all their strategy is mostly aimed at weakening the PLO. Of course, we are the Zionist enemy. They want to attack us. They want to throw us into the sea. But that's science fiction. What they really want now, in the immediate term, is to weaken Abu Mazen, and they are actually in the street, in the Palestinian street. The Hamas is gaining points. Would there be elections right now in the Palestinian Authority, the Hamas has a very good chance to prevail. And that person, at that specific moment, there is a counter attack from the Biden administration of the Israelis, strengthening a PLO that should be weaker. Of course, behind all the politics, there is also the necessity for Gaza and the West Bank for us to assist them economically, in a humanitarian way. We do not want a crisis there. That's independent of the politics. It's not good for Israel. It's not good for anybody if the Palestinians will undergo a humanitarian crisis. That's politics aside.